Stuff to show you with the magic of the Teeter Inversion table. Now, let me just ask you, have you ever suffered from a back soreness or back pain, sciatica, muscle tension? Most of us have. I hurt my back usually every other week, whether that be just simply by sleep, getting up the wrong way, turning fast, working out, you name it. We are all suffering from back pain as we get older, and the Teeter Inversion table is an amazing way for you to create an awesome, perfect stretch that you really can't achieve with anything else. And we've got this amazing value for you today. This is item F13701, the Teeter FitSpine X3 inversion table with FlexTech bed. This is a customer top rated item for us. There's a reason why 2.5 million of these have been sold worldwide, and over 50,000 have been sold here at the Q alone. We have over 550 five-star reviews. The sale price on this is $299. Yes, that QVC price was $449. Tonight it is $299. And it is an amazing value. You can also bring it home for 5 easy payments of $59.80. And if you'd like to put it on your Q card, we also have 9-month special financing at $33 a month. So why Teeter Inversion? Because this is such an amazing piece of equipment. Since 1981, Roger Teeter brought us this inversion table. Trust me, it did not look as sleek and modern as this. There has been many, many versions, and we're bringing you the latest and greatest tonight. So what you're seeing right here is the FlexTech bed with grip and stretch frame. You're also getting the lumbar bridge accessory that's going to hit that lower back and give you that nice, amazing stretch. All these little doodads here you see are 4 pairs of acupressure nodes, is what we're calling those. You're getting an easy reach ankle system at the bottom to secure your ankles when you tip upside down, 2 Stretch Max handles, and of course that easy angle tether right here, which allows you to adjust your height all the way from, what are our height ranges, 4'9" to 6'6". I have a very special model joining me throughout this hour.
All I care is that it will help 5'6", baby.
It's Jen Coffee.
Hi, everybody.
Straight from QVC right here to QVC 2. Jen, you love this one.
Good. I love this so much. We use actually something very similar in my chiropractor's office. At a much higher fee, I should say that. But it is amazing, Steve, because I had the blessing of being able to work with Roger years ago and hearing his story that he told about being in a very severe and awful accident and going through so much physical therapy and realizing that he still wasn't getting the day-to-day benefits that could be had simply, believe it or not, by going upside down. And here you see all of the amazing and frankly quite serious conditions that can be addressed with this.
Right, and there are some real serious conditions, there are some lighter conditions, but regardless, you're getting that same amazing feeling that you really can't achieve anywhere else unless you are strapped in to this inversion table to achieve that amazing elongation and decompression, right, Jen?
That's correct. So I think it's important that everybody understand this is like a very serious piece of equipment that is meant to do some really amazing things for your body, so much so that it's customer top rated. So that means that people who have brought this into their home, frankly at higher price tags than what we're offering today, have seen and felt profound relief in their bodies by simply separating the vertebrae, as you see Steve doing right now. It sounds really intense, but what's happening is your vertebra in your spine going throughout the day are compressing one against the next. And you may have heard it's not a myth, it's actually true that you're taller in the morning when you wake up. And that's because the fluid has gone back in between those individual vertebrae. And when you separate those, when you're sleeping, or in this case, going upside down, you're getting that fluid and that oxygen back in between those vertebrae. Your spine elongates and it no longer has the pressure that it has from the day-to-day activities that you're doing.
Totally. It just feels amazing to have that sort of that stretch and that kind of, it's a really great release, right? You just kind of let it all go and just hang it all out.
Literally, and let it all hang out, right? And I know a lot of people probably have questions because they see this and they go, okay, what if I go upside down and I fall out, right? You know, or I go upside down and I can't get back up again. And the case is, the way this has been designed is in such a way that that literally cannot happen. And while you're using it, you're not just feeling relief, you're incredibly comfortable as well. So I know Steve was showing you, you know, some of the mechanics of it, but when you come down to your feet, you press down on the button on top of this lever right here, and when it opens up, there's an incredible amount of padding right here, and it even adjusts, so if you want to wiggle a little bit, you can. But when you press down and go up against your feet, it locks into place. So when I do go upside down, I literally cannot slip out. We're wearing sneakers, but you could be in your stocking feet, your sock feet, and just like be upside down and feel incredibly comfortable. You actually find that even though you only need to use it for a few minutes, you're going to want to use it a lot longer.
Oh, definitely. And I have to admit, like getting on it for the first time, it's like it's almost like a ride where you're like, oh goodness, what's happening? But once you feel that release, that letting it all go, and just let yourself just hang and have that moment, oh, trust me, nothing else feels better.
Nothing else feels exactly like it. So I do think, did we say we had Riley with us now? We were having some issues connecting with Riley via Skype, but we have Riley Teeter with us right now. Riley, it's been ages since I've worked with you. I know Steve has worked with you very recently. It's so good to see you again.
Hey, Riley.
It's so great to be here. I'm so happy that our audio finally
Yes,
works. I get to join you for the show.
Well, we did a little bit of talking, Riley, but I'd love to kind of like really take it from square one and talk about the background of this product, how it came about, and how it's changing lives.
Well, I think that's the most interesting thing about this product is the stories behind it. And the very first story started with my father, who had excruciating back pain. I mean, so bad that he could not even get out of bed in the morning. He would roll to the ground. He would crawl hands and knees to the shower to get hot water in his back just to be able to stand up. And he lived this way for many, many years, 5 years, and tried everything to get relief. And if you have back pain at home, you know how difficult it is to get relief. There are so few options. And so he was actually introduced to Inversion. This is not a new concept. And it was gravity boots, though. So you had to like get your ankles wrapped up, and then there'd be a bar, and you're holding on, and you got to get, you know, fold in half to hook your boots on, and then it was full inversion. But, you know, with some help of some friends, he was able to get in that position, and he went, oh my gosh, the release was amazing. He felt so much better, and he's an engineer. He was an engineer, and he said, I got to make something better. So he and my uncle and my grandpa and my mom started this company in our garage, and just, you know, spread by word of mouth, because when something finally works, people tell other people. And you'll see that in the reviews. I mean, there's thousands of reviews all over the internet, 5-star almost exclusively, and really life-changing stories where people had excruciating pain from herniated disc or degenerative disc disease or sciatica. And the reason that this works, and looking at this animation, I think it's really important to understand that this is natural. It's non-invasive. It's not pills. It's not appointments. It's real relief, because you're stretching and relaxing tense muscles, realigning the spine, and you're decompressing the disc. They do not have a blood supply, so they don't get their nutrition from a constant source of blood. They have to wait till the moment when the pressure is off of them to be able to absorb the food that they need to recover. And they just can't do that during the day, because we're sitting, we're standing, pressure's always on them. So when we finally invert and the pressure gets to at or near zero in the disc, they can absorb what they need to get to their full height capacity. That takes pressure off of nerve roots. It allows the disc to recover. And you finally have natural back pain relief, real relief, not pills that are covering it up, but the ache is gone because the pressure's off.
We appreciated that you talked for as long as you did, because we got like a 7-minute treatment out of that. I want to pretend like we were staring at the monitor and listening to every word, but I would go down, I would come up, and then I see Steve was upside down and he was coming up, and it was like this teeter-totter thing that was happening, and it was kind of amazing. So anytime you want to chat, please do that.
Fun, right?
But I can't help but go back to something, just because I know we're kind of at home, we're hitting you with a lot of information, right? And some of it is kind of like high grade and technical by design. The fact that, Riley, we are referencing things like degenerative disc disease disease. Like the red flag in my presenter body goes, ooh, you can't say that, right? But thanks, guys. We have the graphic right there that addresses, this is not just, oh, it's kind of achy at the end of the day. It's for that too. But Riley, what it's addressing is for people who are really suffering from pain.
I mean, this is FDA registered Class 1 medical device, and there's something really significant to be said. Like you were mentioning, to be able to say sciatica, to be able to say herniated disc, a lot had to go behind this to show them that this product really will help bring temporary relief for all of those conditions. And a lot of people, I will say, will find relief in their very first session. They will go back. I mean, you don't have to go to full inversion. It's 3 to 5 minutes. They'll feel that stretch. They'll feel the realignment and the release. But there are others that, the pain's significant, the situation's significant, and it will take a longer period of time, up to 30 days. And as long as you are regularly using it and really giving that disc the opportunity for recovery and rejuvenation, you will see a difference. And you'll have so many additional benefits. I mean, this is really, we talk so much about the back pain because we tend as a species to not deal with things until it's a problem. But it really is a maintenance program. I mean, just like you don't wait to brush your teeth until you have the cavity, if you are inverting on a regular basis, you really are maintaining a healthier spine. Keeping the discs at their full height capacity. We all know we lose height as we age. That means lost flexibility. It means increased chances of pain. So by inverting and really keeping those discs as healthy as possible, we are able to keep ourselves functioning better for a lot longer through our lives.
Absolutely. And I mean, you just nailed a really great point there where you said that we neglect our back pain. And if you don't address it, it just gets worse. And if you have a sore back, if you're having back problems, it's just going to continue to get worse unless you do something about it. You need to take action, but don't take our word for it. Check out this little video we put together from Dr. Long.
For the past 53 years, I've been a neurosurgeon with a major interest in chronic pain and dealing with many patients with back pain. Most patients tell me if they use their Teeter inversion table on a regular basis, they simply feel much better. No one has to do anything to you, and I think it's a very natural way to deal with the problem.
One of the most profound little quotes that I ever saw in a doctor's office was in my chiropractor's, and it was really short, but it said, 5 dangerous words. Maybe it will go away.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh God, that's so true, right? Yeah. I mean, and how many times, look, we're all guilty of it, like, oh, my back, oh, maybe it'll go away. Oh, I think I tweaked my shoulder, maybe it'll go away, right? And you know what? Sometimes, like little things, they do. You have a headache and it goes away, right? But when it comes to back pain, Riley, I think pretty universally, if you're feeling it, it's probably progressively going to get worse. And I'm not suggesting that you don't visit your doctor if you're in some kind of discomfort or pain or you have a medical condition. But the beautiful thing about this is it is both preventive and proactive, as well as remedying what's existing at the same time. So you don't have to wonder whether or not it's going to go away.
That's a really great point. I love also the little nodes that are happening back here. So maybe we touch on some of the features that are happening. These are adjustable, so you're getting to hit those pressure points where you need to by just moving these to different spots, and they're bigger. Some of them are bigger than the others. So when you put your back down and you just lean up against it, you're getting that kind of that sensation and that little kind of, it almost feels like when you ask someone to give you a a little massage and they put their knuckle in
right in the knot.
All those little knuckles.
It hurts so good.
So good.
All right, so a little video coming up here, guys, is talk about some of the features and assembly and that sort of thing. So let's take a look at this. And it's so easy. I was actually doing this while Steve was talking as I was adjusting it to my height. We'll show you that up close. And then you lock everything into place, you recline, you relax. But one of the things that I didn't realize until I started presenting this on the air was that there's more to it than just lay back and invert, right? You'll see that on the mat that's available too. because you can increase your flexibility. You can actually twist on it. You can work your abs on it. If you go full upside down, you can actually do crunches on it too. That's the last thing I'm usually thinking about when I'm on this, though, to be honest. Right. And it stretches all areas of the spine, the cervical spine, the lumbar spine, you know, because it's not just one area of the body that you're elongating. And those handles mean that regardless of your height or your shoulder mobility, you have the literal flexibility to